episode of Arden's Garden is underwritten in part by Chipotle Fresh Mexican Grill, gourmet burritos and tacos, food with integrity. 500 Del Monte Center, Monterey. Open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. And by Adrian's Gourmet Kitchen, cafe, bakery, and catering. Global cuisine featuring organic ingredients. Open weekdays 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturdays 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Next to Cornucopia Market at the Mount Carmel Valley.
Welcome, friends. Thank you for coming out tonight to Arden's Garden. It's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to those of you watching at home. We have a treat for you tonight. We're very excited. Please give a warm welcome to world-class guitarist Peppino D'Agostino.
Thank you very much. That tune was called Why Not? I'd like to play for you a tune that was inspired by the beautiful country of Costa Rica. And I don't know if any of you have been to Costa Rica, but it's really almost like paradise there. It's wonderful. So inspired by the beautiful nature of that place, I wrote this tune, which is called Costa Rica. Thank you very much. You know, in my playing, I use a lot of different tunings, and I'm going to change the tuning now real quick. I'd like to play for you a tune that I wrote inspired by the ocean. I'm realizing that I don't have a lot of imagination for titles. Costa Rica, written in Costa Rica. This one is called The Blue Ocean. Actually, my daughter came up with this title, but obviously, you know, she's my daughter, and she's lovely. She's my love. But she said, "Daddy, call it the Blue Ocean." All right, the Blue Ocean. I don't know how many Italians are here tonight, but I know that at least one. I met a nice lady here from Sicily. There's no other Italians there, huh? Una. From where?
From my father from Taranto.
Taranto, yeah, Puglia, sure. Well, I'll be singing an Italian song, and if you have any questions about the meaning of the lyrics, you can ask these two ladies here in front. This is a song that comes from the region of Roma. And I learned this song from my cousin. He's a veterinarian in Italy, but he likes to sing. And so I learned this song from him, essentially because my mother likes the song, and I wanted to learn the song so that I can sing it to my mom. It's the only song that I play that my mother likes. Mamas sometimes, especially Italian mamas, are a little difficult at times. But this is a beautiful story that comes from the region of Rome, and it's a story of a ferry boat man and his girlfriend and what happened between the two of them. I need this. Yeah, singing, microphone, yes. And this song is entitled Er Barcarolo. Quanta pena stasera c'è sul fiume che fiotta così. Disgraziato chi sogna e chi spera, tutti al mondo dovemo soffrire. Si c'è un'anima che cerca la pace, può trovarla soltanto che qui il barcarolo va controcorrente. E quando canta l'eco si risente. Se è vero fiume che tu dai la pace, fiume affatato fammela trovare. Ma più di un mese è passato da quel giorno che io dissi Ninè, questo amore è ormai tramontato. Lei rispose lo vedo da me, sospirò, poi mi disse addio amore. Io però non mi scordo di te. E corsi appresso ma non l'arrivai. La cerco ancora e non la trovo mai. Se è vero fiume che tu dai la pace, ma so pentito, fammela trovare. Ma proprio sotto al battello, sotto un grido ed un tonfo più in là, s'arrigira e fa il mulinello, poi s'affonna e riaffiora più in là. Voga presto, una donna annegata, poveraccia, penava, chissà, la luna de lassù fa capocciello. Rischiare il viso de ninetta bella, mi chiese pace Dio, io l'ho negata. Fiume e boiaccia, gliel'hai data tu. Now we'll go from Italy to France. Is that okay with you? It's close enough. This is a tune that originally was written for accordion and is called Indifférence, Indifferent. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now from France, what about going to Brazil? There's a lot of Brazilian living in France, so there is a connection there. This is a composition by Edu Lobo, a very famous Brazilian composer that wrote this tune. And I first heard the tune when I was 14. So I decided to make an arrangement in recent years. And I'll be using the guitar in a strange way. So I hope you'll forgive me in advance. This is, I will try it. At one point you will hear a typical Brazilian instrument called berimbau. And then after that you will hear maybe an upright bass, all coming from this acoustic guitar. So good luck. And I'm gonna play this tune for you. And this is called Ponteio.
house lights so Peppino can see all of you folks out here, and we're going to give you a chance to ask him some questions. First, I want to let the audience watching at home know that our guest tonight is Peppino D'Agostino, and you can find him on the internet at www.peppinodagostino.com. If you have a question for Peppino, please raise your hand. Well, Leanne's right on it.
I just wanted to tell you that your playing is really nice, and I was wondering where you learned. Like, did you learn by yourself, or did you learn from a teacher or a friend, or what?
I'm self-taught. I learned by myself. And but thank you. But I also met a lot of guitarists that were willing to share their secrets with me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How old were you when you started playing the guitar, and how did that come about?
I had a cousin in Italy, and he played in church. And one day I went to church, and I saw him playing the guitar, and I kept looking at his fingers going up and down the neck, and I said, that's what I want to do.
And how old were you at that time?
10 years old, yeah.
See a question over here.
Peppino, a lot of guitarists with their picking finger will temper their fingernails in certain ways. Do you do any of that? Or I noticed you pick a lot with the meat of your fingers rather than the nails.
I actually use both nails and flesh. Because I play on steel string, I do use acrylic nails. So I go to nail salons. And sometimes it's weird because I'm the only guy there, but it's the only way that I can really keep, my fingers, my nails intact. They're very strong, and that's what I do. But I use nail and flesh. And on my thumb pick, on my thumb, I use a thumb pick here, clear thumb pick.
We have a question way in the back here.
Peppino, what is your inspirations behind the Blue Ocean? Your thoughts and inspirations for composing that tune?
I was camping. I was actually, I should call it the Blue Bay because I was close to the bay. And it was not the ocean, but it was just sometimes nature inspires me. Just if you keep yourself quiet. If I keep myself quiet and just watching, and I have a guitar, sometimes I get ideas just out of that peaceful feeling. And I think that tune came out of a peaceful feeling, looking at the water, and that's it. Thank you.
Hi, Peppino.
I know you, Ed.
What is minestrone music, and how does that fit into the whole fingerstyle genre?
Well, minestrone, you all know what minestrone is, right? It's a soup. Thank you for that question, Ed. He's a good guitarist. I love all kinds of music. I think that there's beauty in all kinds of music, from Brazilian to Caribbean to French musette to Italian songs. And so I cannot stick with one style. Because there's not really a definition that could define everything. So you can say, sometimes they ask me, what kind of music do you play? Everything music. I mean, that doesn't sound. So minestrone, it's a little more it's a little more flavored. There's more flavor to that. So in essence, I like all kinds of music, and when I compose, all those influences somehow came out. You are what you eat, and I like minestrone.
Let's take just a couple more questions so we have time for lots more music.
Hi. I was wondering, one very brief question,
Sure.
if you started on steel string guitar or if you played nylon string guitar.
I started on steel. Actually, it's interesting, this question, because it was the body of a classical guitar, but with steel strings.
Okay. The other thing I was wondering is how, when you have all these different tunings and everything, how do you put that on paper?
I don't put them on paper.
Okay. So nobody else is ever going to play any of these
No,
things.
actually, that's not true. That's a very good question. You know, it's difficult to transcribe in standard notation music written by using open tunings, because it's kind of confusing. But what I you know, there's a few books out there that I wrote where they write down the tablature and then the music, the musical staff above, just for rhythm reference. And so that's how I do it. Yeah, you're welcome.
I see somebody here in the front row. We'll make this the last question.
Well, the gentleman over here asked the question I was curious about. Do you ever perform with nylon strings?
On my next album, actually, I do play on a beautiful nylon string guitar built in Italy, actually, an Italian luthier, Camillo Perella. It's a wonderful classical guitar, and I like the feeling of the nylon string. There's a, you know, that sound. It's kind of a dark sound and very boomy. I like that bassy sound of the classical guitar, and also it's a different feeling. And but that was the first time that I used a nylon string. I used to play a long time ago on nylon string, but now essentially I play steel string.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go back into the music.
Okay. So I'd like to play for you something that I wrote a few years ago when I was still living in Italy. And I was dreaming about the Old West, you know, the Far West, before moving to the Far West. This is called Western Journey. Thank you. So, what I'd like to do for you, stay in the West. Now, are you familiar with spaghetti Western? Really? Yeah, Clint Eastwood. Spaghetti Western made him famous, basically, in the 60s. So what I'd like to do now is to play for you the soundtrack of one of those spaghetti Western. This is, do you remember a movie called Once Upon a Time in the West? Claudia Cardinale. How can you forget Claudia Cardinale? This is my arrangement of one of the most famous Italian melodies. This is called O Sole Mio. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to sing another Italian song at this point. Is that okay with you? This is it's a song that was written by the late Fabrizio De André, an Italian, very well-known singer-songwriter. And this song is called Amore che vieni, amore che vai. Which means love that comes and goes. Love that comes, love that goes. Quei giorni perduti a rincorrere il vento, a chiederci un bacio e volerne altri 100. Un giorno qualunque li ricorderai, amore che fuggi da me, tornerai. Un giorno qualunque li ricorderai, amore che fuggi da me, tornerai. E tu che con gli occhi di un altro colore mi dici le stesse parole d'amore. Fra un mese, fra un anno, scordate le avrai, amore che vieni da me, fuggirai. Fra un mese, fra un anno, scordate le avrai, amore che vieni da me, fuggirai. Dal sole o da spiagge gelate, perduto in novembre o col vento d'estate. Io t'ho amato sempre, non t'ho amato mai, amore che vieni, amore che vai. Io t'ho amato sempre, non t'ho amato mai, amore che vieni, amore che vai. Thank you. Very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peppino D'Agostino.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.